Red Lobster's luscious Ultimate Feast menu can make any diner feel like royalty. But what aren't they telling you about this cost-effective luxury? Where exactly do those crab legs come from? And what the heck is a langostino? Stay tuned to find out. Seafood is packed with nutrients, including iron, vitamins B and D, and omega-3s. So it's little wonder that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration recommends consuming at least 8 ounces of seafood a week. When it comes to restaurant offerings, however, there may be more to seafood dishes than meets the eye. Red Lobster's Ultimate Feast is a case in point. The meal is fittingly huge, and its overwhelming range of culinary delights are no doubt sustaining many unhealthy dietary habits. While the main stars of the Ultimate Feast are lobster, crab, and shrimp, the meal is also served with melted butter, cocktail sauce, and 2 sides. All in all, the dish is composed of 1,190 calories, 72 grams of fat, 465 milligrams of cholesterol, and 3,850 milligrams of sodium. In other words, this dish completely maxes out our daily allowance of these unhealthy nutrients. If you wanted to burn off the Ultimate Feast, you would have to walk for 331 minutes, jog for 137 minutes, or cycle for 182 minutes. Red Lobster advertises that its Ultimate Feast is served with a, quote, Maine lobster tail, which is popular for its tender and sweet meat. Nevertheless, the restaurant has previously admitted that it actually offers 3 types of lobster. When interviewed, a spokesperson for Red Lobster told Inside Edition, Red Lobster serves a variety of lobster on its menu, including North American lobster, Maine lobster, and langostino lobster. As a seafood expert, Red Lobster understands that the seasonality and availability of lobster can fluctuate. The good news is that langostinos, which cost much less than actual lobster meat, are rather small, so their presence in the Ultimate Feast would be pretty easy to detect. However, while langostinos may be tricky to disguise as lobster tails, they could quite easily pose as lobster chunks or morsels. This is precisely the discovery Inside Edition made when they conducted DNA testing on the meat in the restaurant's lobster bisque soup. The testing showed that the meat from one location was langostino, while 2 others used a mix of langostino and lobster. Not all seafood is created equal. That's why it's always good to know the origins of your fish, lobster, or crab. According to Today, there's a chance that the snow crab legs, a vital part of the Ultimate Feast, may have been caught by fishermen from the hit reality TV show Deadliest Catch. While it's easy to think that the Deadliest Catch crew is putting their lives at risk just to entertain us, they are actually working, and a lot of their snow crab haul is sold to Red Lobster. Spurred by a commitment to sustainable fishing, the partnership between Red Lobster and Deadliest Catch started back in 2015. Red Lobster's former director of procurement, Skip Frizz, complimented his business partners in captains Josh Harris and Casey McManus, saying,
I'm very proud of the high-quality crab Josh and Casey of the Cornelia Marie bring to Red Lobster.
Another Deadliest Catch crew member, Captain Jake Anderson, further explained,
There's specific rules about the types of crab we can catch and how many can be caught during fishing season.
The Ultimate Feast is one of Red Lobster's most popular dishes. So when the restaurant raised the price of the platter in 2018, seafood enthusiasts weren't impressed. Customers were quick to take their dismay to social media. One Twitter user, apparently taking a break from the major political scandal of the day, wrote, While Facebook is under much scrutiny, don't let this distract you from the fact that Red Lobster's Ultimate Feast price went up by $4, and the portions got noticeably smaller. Delish even suggested that the backlash against the price hike might have been anti-Red Lobster bots, due to the similar wording of multiple social media posts. So did the price of the Ultimate Feast actually go up? It appears that it did, and according to a disgruntled TripAdvisor reviewer, the price hike wasn't the only change. When we got the plate, it looked bare. There was no rice like normal, and portions were clearly much smaller. We were actually still hungry after finishing the plate, while normally we would have been stuffed. This might come as a surprise, but not all of Red Lobster's seafood offerings are delivered to your table right from the ocean. In a Reddit post, one Red Lobster employee confessed, For the sake of delivery, most of our seafood comes frozen. This is almost unavoidable as it must travel from sea to our store. According to the Red Lobster website, some of its seafood is frozen on the fishing boats or immediately at the docks to maintain the best quality and freshness. The website then goes on to point out that it's precisely due to this flash freezing process that Red Lobster is able to deliver high-quality seafood, even when it's out of season. While the idea of eating defrosted seafood may put you off ordering the Ultimate Feast ever again, it shouldn't. Flash freezing refers to the process of freezing seafood shortly after it's caught or harvested when it's still at the peak of freshness. The process involves ultra-low temperatures and rapid freezing to minimize the formation of ice crystals in fish tissue. The process helps to ensure that the fish retains its original flavor and texture, as well as its nutrients. Red Lobster celebrated the holiday seasons of 2018 and 2019 with the launch of a Create Your Own Ultimate Feast, a spin on the original dish that saw diners mastermind their own seafood extravaganzas.
Ooh, that look good. That look good.
Oh, look at her, look at her. This is hot.
Oh, we got that serve and serve.
The promo allowed guests to select 4 out of 10 classic and new seafood specialties, 1 lobster item, 1 seafood item, and 2 shrimp items. The feast was topped off with a choice of salad, side, and Cheddar Bay biscuits. Former executive chef and director of culinary at Red Lobster, Dustin Helinski, said the Create Your Own Ultimate Feast was brought back in 2019 due to its popularity the previous year. So what's the verdict? A YouTube reviewer called the classic Maine lobster tail, quote, succulent, the garlic shrimp scampi, quote, fantastic, and the jumbo coconut shrimp, quote, amazing. A TripAdvisor reviewer was also very happy with the promo, writing, "We ordered a Create Your Own Ultimate Feast consisting of lobster tail, snow crab legs, Walt's favorite shrimp, and coconut shrimp. The food was delicious." The Red Lobster website promises that all of its seafood is sourced with certain standards in mind, such as responsibility to protect and preserve our oceans and marine life for generations to come. The restaurant also highlights that the origins of its seafood are 100% traceable to trusted sources, which follow sustainability practices and all applicable laws. However, a 2021 lawsuit put the chain's claims of sustainability into question. This class action suit alleges that Red Lobster's Maine lobster and shrimp are, in fact, not sustainably sourced. According to the claim, the restaurant's Maine lobster is sourced from the Gulf of Maine lobster fishery, which has been known to violate the Endangered Species Act and has had its sustainability certification revoked.
Now run from this place. Dude, the little baby lobster, just order something else.
The lawsuit also alleges that Red Lobster shrimp is sourced from farms in India, China, Indonesia, and Vietnam, which according to Plant-Based News, use unsustainable and inhumane high-density industrial farming methods to increase production. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about your favorite restaurant chains are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.